In this video, I'm going to talk about why am I not losing weight on keto? I'm Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer. I've been in this industry for 26 years. I have seen every single diet come and go. I've had thousands of clients come to me who have tried keto and they were having a hard time losing weight on keto. But I changed two things and they started losing weight. We're gonna first go over the drawbacks of the keto diet. Next, we'll talk about the 5 major mistakes that people make. And I guarantee the 5 mistakes are in your fridge. And last, we'll go over the 2 added elements that have helped thousands of people lose 10% of their body weight every month on Code Red. So let me be very clear, and I've always been clear about this. The keto diet is saving lives. It really is. You look at the standard American diet, which is absolute garbage. 60% of the standard American diet is carbohydrates and processed carbohydrates. It's killing us. We are the sickest and fattest in human history. But the keto diet came along and people are getting healed. People are starting to lose weight on the keto diet. So I don't want to demonize the keto diet because it is doing good in our society. It's at least getting people off the standard American diet. But that's not the whole picture, because a lot of people stop losing weight on the keto diet. They get so far and then they hit a wall and they can't get any more weight off. Well, I know what the problem is here. What are the 5 biggest mistakes I see people make when they come to the Code Red lifestyle from keto? The first mistake is cheese. The keto lifestyle allows cheese, any type of cheese, really in any amount. If you see someone who's on the keto diet, oh my gosh, they just have mounds of cheese. They're eating tons of cheese all the time. Don't forget that cheese is dairy and dairy is inflammatory. I'll talk about dairy next. My biggest issue with cheese is it's calorie dense. Let me tell you, 1 ounce of cheese is 110 calories. How many times did you go into the kitchen to slice off some cheese? And that was like over 100 calories in 1 slice. Come on, if you're being honest with yourself, you're doing that 5 times. You're rocking on over 500 extra calories while you're just standing there with the refrigerator door open. So you can really pile on a lot of calories when you are allowed to eat cheese. And people don't want to admit it, but when it comes to losing weight, calories matter. So you can't have all the calories in the world that you want. And I've noticed with cheese, it's problematic with people on the keto diet. Okay, dairy. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. Dairy is inflammatory. Like 68% of all Americans don't metabolize lactose, which is the sugar in dairy. After the age of 5, we no longer produce the enzyme lactase, which is used to break down lactose in the body. Dairy is used to fatten up babies, but we don't need dairy after we've been weaned. We're the only species that continues to drink milk after we've been weaned, and we're the only species that drinks milk of another species. So it's actually not good for us. I've never seen anybody get to goal weight by still consuming dairy. I just took a girl off dairy yesterday. I was like, no, she's 5 pounds from goal. So on keto, they do allow you to consume dairy products. On Code Red, we trim the dairy down. I allow people to consume a very, very small amount, but even as they approach goal weight, I notice that a lot of people, they have to take it out of their diet. And it's problematic for a lot of people. There are people that struggle with acne and struggle with stomach aches and struggle with inflammation caused by dairy. So we just find it best to remove from the diet. But on keto, they keep it in. Keto snacks. Yes, keto snacks. I have noticed, I went to a keto convention and they had a huge pavilion full of vendors from all over the world that were producing keto snacks. You take anything, you take any kind of sugary treat like a brownie, anything you can imagine. They have created a keto snack version of it. And I do like the keto products because it is a good alternative for your kids. But we call that the workaround on Code Red. We just noticed that it triggers people for wanting sugar when they have a keto brownie, even though it's a sugar-free brownie. So we just noticed that with people who are on keto, they eat those keto snacks and they don't have as much success as they do on Code Red, where we don't allow keto snacks. On the keto diet, they don't put a limit on how many times you can eat throughout the day. I don't notice them really talking about that. Frequent eating can wreak havoc on your body. I mean, that's one of the top 3 biggest lies in weight loss, is that you have to eat frequently, 3 meals and 2 snacks. It's absolute baloney. And if you're eating keto all the time, every 2 hours, constantly throughout the day, you're still releasing insulin, which, as we've learned in past videos, if you haven't, look them up, you will turn off the fat burning ability in your body every time you eat. So every time insulin is present, your body can't burn fat. That's what happens when you're eating frequently. And the keto diet allows you to eat as much as you want, as often as you want throughout the day, and that's problematic. On the keto diet, they encourage a very high fat percentage, 75%. And what we find is you're eating bacon, and bacon. You're eating just a copious amount of fat all the time. And although that's not unhealthy, we find that eating that high of fat percentage crowds out the other elements of a good, well-rounded diet that we believe is a well-rounded diet, like vegetables, like nuts, eggs, seeds, like seafood, other things like that. But if you're eating just nothing but pure beef tallow and sausage, again, that's not unhealthy. It's just that long-term sustainability, we find that Code Red is better long-term when you can have more variety in your diet. So at Code Red, by us bringing the fat percentage down to 60%, that allows for more variety in your diet. And there are 2 added elements that you might be missing, but has helped thousands of Code Red rebels lose at least 10% of their body weight every month. And that is water and sleep. And I don't notice a lot of people on the keto diet talking about water and sleep. In fact, I really don't even notice anybody talking about water and sleep as much as Code Red rebels. These are the top 2 biggest keys in weight loss and just overall good health. You've got to drink at least a gallon of water a day, and you've got to get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. There's no way you can get around this, because you ain't sleeping, you ain't losing. And if you're not drinking water, your body can't chemically process all the toxins, flush them out, keep you full for longer. Water is so great. I think I've done that in other videos. You can go check those other videos out. I'm not going to go into details about it here. So those are the 2 key elements that are missing from the keto diet, but are present in the Code Red lifestyle, and we are yielding so much better results. So when I write custom programs in the paperwork, people always write that they tried the keto diet in the past and they lost weight in the beginning, but then they stopped losing weight. So if this is you, let me show you a better way. Let me show you the Code Red lifestyle, because I guarantee there are things we're doing at Code Red that you are missing. Join our 10-pound takedown challenge. You can lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. We have them every month, and I'd love to see you on it. So join the next challenge, and I'll see you on the next video.